because when baby's coming out, it's also moving and trying to wiggle out. And sometimes baby can go like this, and that can bring everything to a halt for an hour. So you need to get baby back into where it wants to go. And that's where your birthing ball would come into things as well, of movement during labour, and why we're not designed to lie on our back with our legs in stirrups to give birth. At all. At all. I need to stress the at all part, because where your body's design is to be forward. Anything with the bum forward in labour takes the pressure off the back and gets baby properly positioned. Anything with the bum forward. Bump has to be forward. Okay? Yeah. And also think about the way your vagina is faced. If you go back to years ago and you use your first... I don't know how my vagina is faced. If you go back, remember years ago with your... using a tampon for the first time. La 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 la. But I remember using a tampon for the first time, you read the thing. Remember as a teenager? And they tell you slide back towards your lower back. Your vagina is faced that way. So when baby comes out, it should come out that way. When you're on your back, it's that way. It has to come up and out. So you need to be forward. That's the way it faces, it slides down, okay?
And so is it
in most people.
Is it better then in general to try and tip forward? Because even in work, I could potentially use like the ball instead of a chair.
Always. But just if you had these chairs are grand, they're good and upright. It's the slouchy chairs. Now you'll also find that as baby gets bigger, but weight, there's a main artery that goes from baby into mammy, and it runs up your back. So what happens is why people get very uncomfortable, I can never lie on my back when I'm pregnant, is the baby's weight will put pressure on that, and you start to feel faint. Anytime you feel faint or sick, baby's not happy. Get off your butt and turn to your left side, by the way, to help position baby correctly. Apparently left side is important, but not the end of the world. So that's what happens when you're lying down flat. You can't, it's that compressing the vein, and you need, or the artery needs to get up. You need to move, okay? So the same thing when you're sitting down, you could just put a cushion behind your back, same in the car. Otherwise, get out and start gardening, get yourself a jigsaw. But watching telly, like when you're watching telly and that, let's grab your ball a second. I'm doing the gardening. So you'll be sitting at home. This could be pumped up more, by the way.
I only came out of the shed yesterday. And it has been in the shed a long time.
So you'll be sitting like this watching telly. You're sitting kind of forward and rocking back and forth. This is how you labour. We'll be talking about that in a while. But just sitting like this watching telly. We'll be doing light touch massage as well with Alan and that, of what he can do to help. So it's just being forward. This is great. We were talking about baby being properly positioned. The breech baby, go back to breech baby, which is very common to get in the Western world because we don't breathe properly, okay? We also sit incorrect. And sitting with their knees together or worse, legs crossed. What legs crossed do to you, sure, look, which everyone does. But what I'll do is, what happens is, if your legs are crossed, baby stays high. Baby stays up here, okay? Your baby has to become engaged. What engaged means is it goes between your pelvic bones for the first time, and that happens when baby turns. So it turns from 34 weeks onwards because its head is the heaviest part of it. So its skull and brain is the heaviest part. So every baby should turn, okay? So when baby turns around because it's the heaviest part, it then sinks down right into the pelvis, and that's where you get the real pregnancy waddle, because your hips literally spread, okay? And you get that waddle while going. Enjoyment. So it goes between your hip bones for the first time, and normally when it's down like that, it doesn't come out, you see. It sits there because that's where it settles in. What you don't want is a posterior baby, which is that way. Okay, you also have what we call traverse babies, which are sideways, which are never coming out anyway, except by C-section. And I've seen women being induced with traverse babies and go through like 14-hour labours, and no way is baby ever going to come out. And then they scan or figure it out that baby's not coming out. So we'll be talking about how not to be induced, or if you are, at least get a scan beforehand. Most labours start off at night because that's when you're most relaxed. And that's what kicks it off. You're lying on your left side, helps to position baby correctly. Again, I don't know, have you tried the pillows between your knees, especially for your back? It's great. If it eliminates...
So many pillows.
Little had the really long one lately. Did you get it?
That pillow is my friend.
And keep in mind.
Nice, I cozy into it.
Get rid of the husband and keep the pillow. Semi-sitting in a bed or a couch. This is, again, you'd use your ball for semi-sitting. Anything with the legs open, okay? Sitting with one foot up on top of the couch and one down. Again, it's just keeping the pelvis open. The more this is open as your labour starts, very elegant in her swimsuit. Very, anything, you need to have the pelvis open, basically, is what you're trying to do. Because the more it's open, the more you're working with your body. Okay, so that's good. Rocking, lots of women would rock and move in labour, okay? Farmers are great for this. They always say, cows do this in labour. They move their hips and they sway when they're in labour. And that's what we're supposed to do as well. When you're in labour, you'll start doing this anyway. And this rocking motion comes from this coming up. So baby's trying to move. Okay, baby's coming out like this, very, very squeezed up area, and it has to come out. And the more you move your hips with it, the more it helps baby to come out. If you're on your back, you're in the worst position for giving labour. You're going against gravity, and you're going against the way your body is designed.
Yeah.